I'm sleepy. I had a nice lunch. And yeah, I got the itis. I got the itis. But no fear. Mountain Dew is here. Um, First things first, put on some City Beauty sangria. This is their daytime plumping oil, the shade of sangria. Yeah, I'm completely off of chapstick. Yeah. Going to do the intro, going to prime. Well, going to do the intro as I'm doing my base face. And then we're going to get into this palette. We're giving YouTube time to notify people. If you're watching the replay, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, you know what? I saw this. It looked really dark. That's my indentation for my glasses. I did go out early today, and I did do a face, and so I came home, washed all of that off, including the eyeshadow look. You'll see that in another video. And I really do like the look. I really did. It was really nice. Usually I do like my looks, though, so that's not saying much. Hello. So we're going to do the intro for those who will catch the replay and or those who have not heard it before, while giving YouTube time to notify people. Hello and welcome. I do not have a mirror in front of me. There's one back here. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. And the troll part, I forgot to do my brows. The troll part is not caring too much. Thank you for the thumbs up. Not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique, because that's what they're telling you in the video that you're watching. Use whatever you want to use, however you want to use it, to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here, I don't know about anywhere else, but the bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. I was thinking my phone was horizontal. That's why I looked over this way, but vertical, you guys are up here. Hey, Alicia. Oh, okay. I appreciate you being here. There's somebody else here, too. I see a couple people, and I have some thumbs up. Hey, Janessa. So I just did the intro. I am redoing my base face. I did an entire look earlier. We paired Mac. Hi, Jude. Jude the dude. How you doing today? Mac Color Connecting Color Hi-Fi palette with Jade Dreams. Y'all, that look was nice. Y'all, you will see it probably next week. No, you need to get on a couch. Oh, okay. I misread. I caught myself scanning. Here, but you couldn't comment. No need to get on. Oh, okay. Glad you're doing good, Jude. Thank you for letting me know, Alicia. I appreciate you being here. So, and usually I do my brows before my foundation. There is not a mirror in front of me. Damn it. It's back here, and I can't see to do my eyes back there. And this mirror, well, I can put it on the side, because this one is the one I use. My phone is horizontal because it goes right up under the phone, which is what I wanted, was a higher mirror, so that if I'm doing this, you can still see me and I'm not out of frame for when I'm doing face paint stuff. So, but I can sit this here. Hopefully it won't stay right there. Okay. And this does have a light too, but we don't need that. Okay. So we're pairing today. We're not pairing. We are doing a battle of the brands. We are going to do one eye with the Pat McGrath Petalmorphosis palette, and the other eye with Lethal Cosmetics singles. And I am excited to see how the looks turn out. I'm not going to show you either palette. I did already do a look with Petalmorphosis, and we had swatched it in a live stream. So we're not going to do that today, because I want to see if y'all can figure out like which is what was where. So I'm in slow motion because I'm really tired. I just ate a nice lunch, and yeah, and I'm ready for a nap. I don't know about where you guys are. It was really warm here today. It was like in the mid 70s, and I'm just like, and it was like almost 80 in my apartment. Excuse me. And when I went outside, because I went out for the volunteer training, yo, I put the AC on in my car. I was just like, mm-mm. I haven't turned the AC on in my apartment yet because I refuse. Like, it is not even summer yet. So I'm just like, no. Um, Earlier, it was like 74 in here, and it was warm. I opened my balcony door and put the fan on that's over there. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Sarah. And it went up to 78 in here with my balcony door open with the fan on. I'm like, but I left it that way. And when I came back, because when I got back, it was like 6:30. It was a little cooler out. The sun went down. So now I think it's down to like 74 again inside my apartment. But I'm like, I refuse to put my AC on yet in my apartment because it is just too early and it's not even summer yet. Because for me, once I turn the AC on, that's it. Because then I'm spoiled. You know what I mean? Because I've gotten used to it. I acclimated to it. And the same way with heat, I wait the longest I can before turning on the heat because once I turn it on, it's not going off until the end of winter. You know what I mean? And so now is the time when there's no heat, no AC on, which is great for my electric bill, by the way. But, man, I was feeling it. I was just like, oh, my gosh. This eye is tearing. This eye is it's still a little not quite right, but it's not as bothersome as it could be. This was the eye where I had put that pigment. So I'm going to do another pass under my nose. Oh, hey, Tanya. And I promise you I'm going to try and speed up. I need to drink some more Mountain Dew because I'm in slow motion because I'm tired. I got a lot of packages today. Y'all order more stuff from Temu. Some more stencils, another set of brushes for the paints, another silicone sheet to lay out and put stuff on top of. I bought another black sheet. I purchased the first one to lay across the table and put all of my stuff on that so that way everything looks really nice. And so I thought if I need to go to the bathroom or go up front for some reason, I'll use the other sheet to cover everything up because my stuff is going to be looking good. And I don't want to come back and be like, okay, there's something missing. You know what I'm saying? So I bought another sheet to cover everything up. So, yeah, sip Mountain Dew. Then we're going to do brows and then finish the face and then jump into these looks, y'all. I'm excited. Just eyeballing the shades, they do look the same. Now, if they have shifts or extra shimmer, you know, we'll see. But I'm excited. So when I looked at them to dupe them, I didn't do any swatches. So hopefully they'll look the same. And I know they're not going to look the same. There's a spout on my wall. I think it's from like having foundation on my finger. But when I glance over, it's like a brown spot. And I'd be like, is that a spider? I need to just wash it off. But then I forget that it's there until I'm sitting here and then I look and I'm like, what? Earlier I did do my brows with my Fenty brow pencil. So we're going to do that again tonight because it doesn't look as janky when I mess up as it is it doesn't look as messed up when I mess up with the pencil versus when I use the gel liners or the fluid line is what I've been using lately. But yeah, so we're gonna just try to do, and part of me is like, don't do the brows, but because it is so light right here, I never like how it looks without my brows done. Oh, y'all, listen. So when I went for the training, I saw y'all friend. She was getting off the elevator and I was getting on because I was leaving. Because I only went today to the conference to attend the volunteer training, which to me, I've done this before. And I'm elevator security. So I just sit outside the elevator in a chair, making sure people getting off the elevator have a conference badge. That's it. And so I'm like, do I really need to come back for training for this? Like, but I said, I'll play along because I do think I could have gotten out of it because people know me. And they know that I know what I'm doing. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just not pull the you know me type card and just, you know what I'm saying? And so I went for that. And it was only 10 minutes. It took me like 20 minutes to get there. The training was like 10 minutes. I did see a few people that I knew, which I usually do. And this one is a smaller conference. I saw my roommate from when I went through Academy back in, I think it was 2019. And it's always good seeing her. But so I was getting on the elevator to leave, and your friend got off the elevator, and I was like, hey. because I was surprised, first of all. And where the conference is, because it is a smaller conference, you're going to see everybody throughout the weekend, and all the conference rooms we use, it's all in this one hallway. You know what I mean? So you're going to see everybody throughout the weekend at some point. But I was just like, hey, because I was surprised. And I'm just like, so she was like, oh, you're leaving already? I said, yep. I said, I came for the volunteers training. And she was like, what? I said, volunteers training. The doors was closed and I didn't want to open them. So as the doors were closing, I'm going like this, volunteer training. She said, what? I said, the volunteer training. Then the doors closed. Like, I was not trying. And I was not trying to have conversation. But yeah, Tanya, you look like something in the movie. Because I'm just like, the volunteer training, the volunteer training, the volunteer training. And I did laugh at myself after the fact, imagining like how I seen. And so while I was moving over, she kept coming, like trying to see between the gap of the doors closing. But and I know I'm going to, and because doing elevator security, I'm a captive audience. Like I'm just stuck. I have to stay in that place. Like I could move here or there, but the elevators are here. And so my chair is here, right? And I can stand up, but I can't like walk down the hall. I can't, you know what I mean? And last year when I did this, if it was somebody I knew would stay put, I would say, can you just hang out here, while I run to the bathroom? And the bathroom is like right there, maybe like 20 feet away. But, so I'm a captive audience. And so I'm already like, damn, I hope they don't come over here and just stand here and talk to me tomorrow. Last year, somebody did that, y'all. Do y'all know somebody who is just a talker? And they do talk sense, you know what I mean? But they're very well educated. They know a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of history, and that's their thing. And last year, let me keep going with this so we can get to the eye look. So last year, they came over and started talking to me. And I am cool with that person's person. So by default, I'm cool with that person. But because they always have like these serious talks, and I'm not really into like economics and all of that stuff, and they are well versed in it, so they'll just be talking, and I just be like, yes, you have to slowly start walking away while they're talking. But I can't. I'm elevator security. I have to stay by the elevator, and that's what I was just saying. I can't get up and walk anywhere because my post is outside the elevators, and I signed up for 2 shifts back to back, and so they were just talking, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I wasn't saying much because I'm just like, go away, like in my mind. And they are a very nice person, very, very nice person, very versed in what, they studied a lot of stuff. They know stuff, they have degrees. Now, if it was clinical stuff, yeah. But you're talking economics and yada, yada, yada. I don't need any conversation to be a TED Talk. And the thing is, though, is some of the stuff they say is really interesting because I don't really stay up on economics and what's going on here, what's going on there. And so some of it is interesting, but at the same time, I'm just like, dude, I just want to just watch YouTube videos in between looking at people getting off the elevator, making sure they had their badge. You know what I mean? And then, but y'all, girl. So my shift is 3-hour shifts. I signed up for 2 back to back. So that's 6 hours. Like I'm stuck outside this elevator. We're not stuck because I signed up for it. And they left and I'm like, and then they came back. I'm like, oh man. I was like, fuck man. Like what? And then they did let me go early because everything, when the last class was over and people stopped hanging out, they were like, okay, you can go. And at one point, he was like, oh, yeah, I just figured, I would come keep you company because, you stuck sitting over here by the elevator. And I'm thinking, like, I ain't want company, though. That's what I was thinking. I feel like, well, you know what it is, though? When they would say something that was really interesting to me and something I didn't know, I would be like, oh, wow, that's interesting. So I didn't intend to, like, be engaged. But sometimes stuff is like, wow, really? But y'all, and they love what they do, and they love sharing knowledge. And so, and I like doing that too, like clinical stuff. And y'all see I run my mouth off in videos because I love makeup and I love just chatting with y'all. So I understood. I was just like, I wasn't lonely. Like, and I did take a book with me, and I had my earphones in because I was looking at videos on YouTube. And so when he first came over to talk, and when anybody would come talk to me, I would take the earbuds out. So you see, I'm doing something. You see, I'm listening to something because I'm taking this out so I can hear you. So let me just keep doing what I'm doing. But and so I don't think your girl will do that because she'll be in classes and she's with her person, so they will be going to classes and workshops. But in between, I know she's going to come talk to me, and I'm gonna just be like, hey. But they're almost in the same place today. This side is more straight up and down, and this side is more curving this way. This side is straight too, but it's more curving this way, where this side is just going straight. But I'm gonna leave it because this is kind of as good as it gets. So, usually, this is as good as it gets. So, but yes, I'm already like, because I don't really want to talk to your girl, and I don't want to be rude either, but I don't know. You know how, and the thing is that because I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be mean, and so like when I don't, excuse me, when I don't really want to speak to somebody, like they don't, and not that I'm even giving hints, but y'all know I have a toe. Y'all see my face, and y'all be telling me like, yeah, you have a toe, and so I'm like, why they don't see that? But then when some people just want to talk and say what they want to say, they're not even paying attention to if you're, you know, with them or not. You know what I'm saying? And so I think sometimes it's one of those things too, where some people just want to talk and they're not even, you don't even have to say anything back. They'll talk for 20 minutes and you probably said 2 words. You might throw a in there every now and then, but they will just keep going and going and going. And I'm just like, and me, I don't do that. When I notice that the person isn't like engaged in the conversation with me, I'll be like, okay, well, I'll see you later. Like, I will even cut off in the middle of my sentence and be like, okay, well, I'll see you later. Because I know they're not paying attention anyway. So why be like, well, you know, I just be like, oh, I'll see you later. So, but anyway, so tomorrow's going to be interesting. And this came faster than I thought because I don't know why. I don't know. My timing is messed up. Because I didn't realize. I mean, I knew earlier this week when I was on looks, I was saying, you know, the thing is coming up. I have this training to go to. I'm working security, but then I'm like, damn, that's tomorrow. I am really ready to ditch this powder, the cashew. It looks nice. It looks really nice right here, but outside it is too. It's not quite red, but it's something where, and you can see it right here. This is a different color than here. This is the cashew powder. And so you see how, you see what I'm saying? And, but when I'm sitting here and I'm this way, it's cool. But when I'm out in public, I notice it more. And I'm like, this is not it. This ain't it. But, yeah, so, yeah. So this is, yeah, you see what I'm saying? And then because I only come to here, it's like there's a line. But since I'm sitting here, it's like I don't, like it looks okay for filming. So that's why I keep it. But I need to, and I don't want to, I would use the fashion fair before the PAO because the PAO was 24 months. And so I could just use that when I go out and then just use the cashew when I'm sitting here. But, yeah. So we're going to do bronzer. Do we want to do a whole face? Stick with your tried and true fashion fair. I used to do my brows well, and then something happened, and I can't get them on as well. If I don't, you know what? Let me know if that's true for the rest of y'all too. Just in general, like you do a certain thing, and it's always like, wow, this is really good. Or it starts out janky, and then you learn how to do it well, and then like one day it goes back to being janky, and it's like, wait a minute, what? That's how it was for me when I was using those gels doing my brows. And then when I used the Fenty pencil again, it's like I had to relearn how to do the brows with the Fenty pencil. But is that true for y'all too? Or like if I don't, like I'm still, every now and then I wing my shadow. So that's still a learning curve for me. Y'all, look at this bronzer. This is Deep Level 10. The one that looks rosy on me. It looks rosy right here, but back here, it does kind of look rosy still. Kind of reddish. So that, and that's another thing that makes the color stand out is because I don't do the bronzer down here anymore, because that was making it look like I had more lines of demarcation, and I didn't like how that was looking. And so, yo, I am sweating. I'm gonna turn this little fan on over here. This is the Sigma blush that Bestie sent me. It looks like a built-in highlighter. Look at that. Y'all saw I just tapped the blush. This, from here to here, is the blush. So down here you see the blush, but then it looks like it's a highlighter. Look at that. Y'all see this? That's this blush, and I love it for that. So sometimes I don't use a highlighter with it, and sometimes I still do. Y'all, right here. This is Sigma Blush Bronze Star. Thank you, Bestie, for sending that to me, because I was not checking for Sigma. And she sent me that stuff, and I was like, I'll try it. And I'm like, ooh. I'm going to turn this fan on over here. And I do hear it in videos. That soft little sound. Nobody has said it's obnoxious yet, because I've been waiting for somebody to tell me, girl, turn that damn fan off because it's too loud. Like when I used to use my air fryer, that thing was like, and I didn't realize it was that loud. And y'all would be like, what you cooking? And I'm like, what? Oh, So I'm like, I need to not have my air fryer on. So I don't know whether I should spray my face or not, because that's good. I'm not gonna I'm really going somewhere. Yo, I'm excited to do these looks because I really want to see, is it going to be alike or not? And y'all seen me use all of these y'all y'all see me use the pat, y'all see me use all of these lethal shades, and I didn't put them in a palette, so I have them just sitting out on top of the other palettes, and two of the shades didn't have the shade names on the back, so I left them in the palettes they were in. So I had to go in one shade, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different lethal palettes and 7 shades that we're duping. So we were almost able to dupe the entire Petalmorphosis palette. So what I'm doing now, another sip of this. So I just opened Petalmorphosis. So if y'all think y'all know, hey Locke, so if y'all think y'all know what something is as I'm using it, do tell. Because I am really curious. Like, it's not a video where it's like, do the timestamp thing, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. So I'm lining up these shades to where I think, okay. Some of them do look different, but then we're going to see. So I'm lining up the lethal shades. This goes here. And this goes here. I'm excited, y'all. Because usually I do this as a video. So this is my first time like doing this as a live. This goes with there. What's these other shades? Oh, shoot. My tool is over at my desk. That depotting tool that has the magnet on the end. Y'all, that magnet is super strong. Where the hell? Okay, I guess I'm not taking it out. Okay. So what shade was in here? Oh, that was that one. Okay. I remember like what's what. And what shadow from this palette? Okay, that's that one. Is it? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna prime the eye, and we're gonna jump in, y'all. And I am like, y'all, if this is close, I don't think it's gonna be close, cause y'all know next to Pat Lethal was like the Boom Pow, but we're gonna see. We're going to see. So we're going to put on the Fenty primer, and we're also going to put on the MAC Paint Pot. I did ask someone, there's a large, excuse me for smacking, there's a larger conference in September, and I did do someone's makeup for the formal dinner for that. And so one of the persons that works with this conference this weekend works for that one too. And so I had asked her about, me doing makeup like for the formal dinner if people want it, and like how would I do that, because I'm not on like the program, you know what I mean? And she said that I can just do a post like, I'll be there if you want me to do your makeup, let me know, blah blah blah. So that might be something too. Because you can like buy space to place an ad in their booklet and all of that, but I don't want to do that for that because the conference is not about makeup. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to like ride on a coattail here and get more exposure in the community. But people are liking the pictures that I posted on FET, and so I am getting exposure. And a few people messaged me asking, "Are you going to be at such and such place?" I'm like, Yo, there's a huge cosplay event. I mentioned in a video. I don't know if you saw it yet or not. There's a huge cosplay event on the 3rd of May, and that's when the event I committed to is. And I was like, damn it. And even though this is a huge event, the other one is bigger. It's like 3rd annual something cosplay event. And y'all know people be serious with their cosplay. And I'm just like, damn. So for next year, I'm going to look into that one. And a lot of cosplayers do their own makeup, but then some people just come. You know what I mean? Yeah, cosplay is intense. And I do know, yeah, dude, he did cosplay. And he had invited me to a cosplay event. And so they really do their own costumes. They make their own costumes. They do their own makeup. But people that just come in, they might be like, oh, yeah, can you do this? And so I don't know. I do think I would make some money, but I don't know if it would be a lot. Because cosplayers, they are particular about their shit. They are particular about their stuff. And so I apologize, my hand is here. But this mirror, I could adjust it down, but that would take time. And I really just want to get to this look. And the mirror back here is too far for me to see. Clearly, I look blurry back there. But I think if I put, not to say promoted it ahead of time, but if I, kept putting out announcements, I do think I would get some work. And especially if it's like contact me ahead of time, so I know, because then that'll help me like keep track of how many people I do have to do. And of course, some people will be watching, but hey, can you do mine next? One person that could, this is how she says it. I can give a fuck about makeup. That's how she says it. And so when I was telling her that I'm going to be face painting at the event on the 3rd, I was going to go into a cosplay event someday, probably for the gameplay, League of Legends. Yeah, y'all, they be serious. And it was amazing, too. I was just like, wow, like, people be really serious. Because I heard about it, but I never, I didn't pull out brushes. We're going to start inward out. Okay, let me look at these shades. Okay. All right, we're going to start inward out. The brushes I used for the look I did earlier, I feel like I'm yelling. The Mountain Dew is kicking in. I did wash those while I was, what was I doing? Oh, while I was waiting for the wood or the boil for my oatmeal. Because I was like, because I didn't wash the brushes from last night's look. Where's my other one like this one? I know I got more than, okay, I know I got more than, how many did I use earlier? Shit. See, that's why I like duplicates, but now it's like, I might have used 4 earlier. How many of these do I have? Because this is the only clean one left. Let's get to this look, y'all, before this dry up, increase. Then I used to go to horror convention. They got a lot of horror cosplayers. They have some amazing, they do. And they do all their own stuff. They be like, oh yeah, I bought this piece of fabric. I put this together. I went to the thrift store, got this jacket, did this, did that. And I'll be like, damn. They be on it. So we're going to put this shade here. And I do apologize, because if I look here, shit. Can I get this a little closer over here? Let me shift all this over. So at least, I don't even know why it's plugged in, because I'm not using the light. I'm not imaginative enough for cosplay. I'm not either. And people are like, oh, you be good for such and such. Because of my physique. And I'm just like, I'm not just going to do it just because you think I'd be good at it. Because I'm not interested in it. I'm here because you invited me. But they, yeah. Jeanette said you would be good. Because you already do a lot of stuff. Your makeup is amazing. And I know you can easily probably make like your costume. What exactly am I doing? I do not even have a plan. I'm like, I'm just, I don't even have a plan. And I'm just like, boy. All right, now we're going to take this other shade. And we're going to put that here. Oh, damn. It looks the same color in the hand. Oh, shit. It looks the same color in the pen. Y'all, this is trippy. What the hell? Whoa, I did a lot of themed outfits, but not quite cosplay level. I did a plus size Janessa Red, but ooh, I know that was nice. When I met Kathleen Turner, that was fun. Ooh, you know celebrities. Actually, Janessa, I consider you a celebrity because you do so much stuff, and I do feel like you are well known. Y'all, this look purple, pink, in the pans they look the same. This is what happens when you think you're gonna do something and you don't do swatches. This is what happens. Oh my goodness. The hell? Shit. Let's take this one. Now I know which I just gave it away. Yo, one of the black female champions, Mel Karma and Bessa or Senna. Yep, I'm just slapping on the shadow. Damn. That yeah, so damn. Where's the other two shades? That one. Okay. Yo, this ain't right. I'm thinking these, but looking straight though, these are different colors. Over here in this mirror, these look like they're the same shade, but when I look here, this one is a little bit deeper. Yo, what the hell? I'm thinking I'm doing something here. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I should have swatched it. I should have took a note, excuse me for smacking, from Grace, because when she does a why, excuse me, I gotta do it right. When she does a why you don't need, she does swatch them out and she'll show you. But I didn't want to show y'all because I didn't want to give it away. But it gave itself away. But you know what? Y'all did. And even these two look the same. When I show y'all these colors next to each other, y'all gonna be like, hey, yeah, we saw what you saw, but it ain't quite play out that way. And I just knew it was gonna be the same. Like when I did Nocturnal Nirvana against Lethal. Like some of y'all couldn't figure it out, and some people did. I'm sweating. Yo, I was sweating like a whore in church outside today. I was like, where did the heat come from? It is the end of April, but still, I was like, what the hell? All right, yo, I'm running out of brushes again. What are we gonna do next? All right. Y'all, this is nuts. All right. They look. I promise y'all. Excuse me for smacking. I promise y'all. They look the same in the pan, or close enough where, depending on if it's shifted or not. Excuse me, what it was going to look like. Excuse me. Does anybody else have an inkling of which is what? Or y'all wait until the end to see? And let me know how y'all doing today and how's the temperature where you are if you're in the United States. Dude whose mom passed away, well, the second dude whose mom passed away, the one who said her phone is why she wasn't getting messages, he's in Atlanta. I keep thinking North Carolina for some reason. Is it North Carolina or Atlanta? Tanya's still in the dark. Me too, girl. Because these shades, they not looking how they look in the pan. I'm going to go back with that brush that had that gold. I'm going to take a new brush because I'm not sure which brush had the gold. And pull this over this way. He sent me, he took a picture of his thermostat in his vehicle. 88 degrees. I was like, damn. That's what you get for moving down there. But he moved down there to help his mom out, and then she got sick and ended up going back to Jersey. And so her house is supposed to be put on the market. And I don't know if he's going to wait for that to sell to move back to Jersey or not. I like this shift because it's blue and then it's not. But looking up here, it doesn't look like it's blended. And when I look over here, It looks blended this way, but this way. Sometimes when shadows shift, it does, well, as you see, it looks different one way from another. Because here it looks blended, but here, yeah. Okay, what else? What brush was this? This had this shade on it. All right. I just really thought these was going to be more similar. So what are we taking now? Here we go. Here we go. This is probably the closest one so far. I mean, the two center ones, yeah, no, because this one is really gold and this one is like a pale gold or antique gold. Look at me trying to describe colors. Y'all know I'm not good at describing colors. Y'all already knew that. So these, I think, are the closest two. And these are two that I thought were not going to be that close. So how's the temperature where you guys are? Because I know the Crazy Troll Nation is all over. Wow, people are bored. People left. But you know, for it to be a Thursday, I'm cool with it because some Thursdays be Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? And then, whew, I got pretty close to 60 in North Dakota today. 60? Yeah, because you're a little north, right? I am so horrible with maps. I don't know what's where. I know where California is, Texas, Florida, like all the corner states. Maine, Delaware, because it's on a peninsula. But like the middle of the United States, I don't know where nothing at. I don't know where nothing is. Yeah, I'm not good at, what is it, geography. Because I used to always get geology and geography mixed up. Geology is the rocks, right? And geography is the land, right? 81 in Detroit. Well, we was close. We were in the upper 70s. Damn. Took the day off, so I'm able to make this live. You know what? And I realized that you didn't say, oh, I'm listening while I'm getting ready, or whatever it is that you normally put. This is a brush that had this center shade on there. Or was it that? No, I just had the blue. This shade. Oh, I'm like sweating. Shh. People were like, how you doing? I said hot and not in a sexy way. They were like, I know what you mean. And somebody was saying even in their hotel room, the hotel didn't turn on the AC yet. And so even when they adjust the thermostat in their room, it's still not getting cold. It's just still blowing warm heat. And I never stopped to really think that the hotel controls that. Because I thought the thermostat, you just control whatever. Yep, so they're not running AC in the hotel yet. I was just like, damn. Like walking in the hallway, excuse me for smacking, it seemed cool, but I was still sweaty from coming in from outside. Yeah, but she was saying her room was hot. She said she can't get it any cooler in her room. And so I got to remember to take water with me tomorrow because they have water in containers available. But y'all, I don't drink tap water. And I did drink some today because I was desperate. And I was like, this tastes like toe jam. What I imagine toe jam would taste like. Because I haven't had tap water, y'all, in I don't know how many years because I drink filtered water here. So I'm going to have to make sure freaking take some water tomorrow. And a friend of mine that's here at the conference, she said she had to go out and get water. I said, yeah, I heard that the room is hot. Y'all, I am sweating. I was sweating so much that I had my foundation where my glasses rest that came off earlier. Because it just, and I still see like a dent on the side of my nose from earlier. All right, we got how many more shades, y'all? Woo. Okay, we're going to take hourglass brushes and okay, these two, y'all. If these don't look the same, oh hell no AC in the hotel room. Nope. She said it will not, the air will not blow cool. I was like, damn, that's cute. Whew. So I know tomorrow will take me some water, especially because I'm going to be there for 6 hours. Probably more like 5. Because it does start to thin out. Because my shift, I signed up for 5 to 8 and then 8 to 11. And like by 10:15, 10:30, it started thinning out. So the classes are over, but people just, hang out and talk to, their friends they haven't seen since they were here last year. That's really cute. And I like that shape. All right, so now we're going to put this on. Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl. Hey, how you doing? How you doing tonight? We're talking about the temperature. We were, I came too far up on that one. Let me bring this over here. We were at like 78. You know what? I didn't even look at my vehicle what it said. But the temperature. The temperature in my apartment earlier today was 78. Well, it was 74, and then I opened my balcony door, Melissa, and turned the fan on, and it went up to 78. I'm like, am I supposed to be cooler? You turn the fan on over by my balcony door. But it is cooler now since the sun went down. Oh, I did go to the office. Y'all didn't hear the story yet because I talked about it today. The video, excuse me, the video I did earlier. I did go to the office about that incident. Are the shapes almost the same? Like what? Because usually this one comes like a point and this one is round. And usually this side is down here and this side is down here this time. So, you doing all right? Been recovering? Oh no, I'm glad you are recovering. That's good to hear that you're recovering. Sad to hear you were sick, but glad to hear you're recovering. So now they look more the same. As if it's the same look, which it ain't on each eye, but you know. I'm hoping we have a hard rain here because my vehicle is like 2 different shades of green and yellow because of the pollen, and I am horrible about taking my car to the car wash. So I am switching brushes in between the colors, and so I am hoping we get a hard rain to clean my vehicle because I count on the rain to wash my car. Like seriously. All right, so we used this one, we used that one. So I'm moving the shades that we did use. So what we're doing, Melissa, is one eye with one palette, and we're trying to dupe it with shadows from something else. And I am like sweaty. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So we have this shade, that shade. Okay, where am I at? Trying to see around this mirror to see my brushes. Oh man. Are both of these? Nope. One is the E45, one's the E49. Damn it. And I remembered why. We're going to use Scott Barnes. I remember why I only had 3 of the E45. Because this is only sold in a bundle. You can't buy these separate. Which I hate because this is like my favorite brush. One of my favorite brushes. The E49 I found is good for a winging shadow. So I did find a use that I really like for that. But for transition, I like the E45 because it's slimmer to get to where I want to go. And this one isn't really slim, so I'm hoping it doesn't do too much. Yeah, this is kind of fat for this area, even though I got puffy lids. But you like dupes? Yeah, I thought I was gonna get closer, but that first shade and the pen, they look the same, but they are completely. I was like, oh my god, because my mistake was I didn't swatch them. I just went by how they look in the pan. And so I had a feeling that, a couple of them would show up different than how they look in the pan, but I was still just like, these two are not the same at all. Nah, this is pale and pasty, and that's purple. Excuse me for sucking my teeth. So that's that one. And now we're going to go to this side. Put this up here. But you know what? I do like the looks, and I know the color combination is not usual. I know it's an unusual color combination with gold, greens, blues. You know what I mean? I know it's not the typical type look, but y'all know I'm not the typical type person, so I'm a troll, damn it. And so those two look the same for where we put them. This side, I wish is a little bit lighter than this one up here. I'm glad I did my brows because I got to see where to stop the shadow because otherwise I would be like, all right, so we got 2 more shades to use. What brushes am I looking for? So we're going to do, I'm looking for another one of these. And I was late coming and I was unprepared because I got in, changed my clothes, I ate, And I was opening my packages to see, okay, what came, what didn't come. I don't have another, damn it. Maybe I should try one of these brushes. I never used these, I don't think, for my upper, well, for tear duct. I mean, this is brow arch up here, girl. I'm guessing your left eye. This left, my left or your left? This side, the mirror side. You're saying you think it's Petalmorphosis? The one with the lime green. You know I can't describe colors. Which one is lime green? I'm being serious. Like, which one is lime green? I really don't know. So this is the mirror side, y'all, because this is the mirror. And this is my left. And so I don't know if it's showing me flipped or not. I know on my laptop it shows me flipped. Lime green on my left. Not the antique gold. This is the one I had said antique gold. Yes, I do remember you, Captain. How are you? So, okay, so we're going to say this is the mirror side. So I still don't know. So you're talking about... Okay, I don't know. All right, we have 2 more shades to use, and these 2 are in the other palettes because they didn't have the name of them on the back, not the mirror side. So this side you're saying is Petalmorphosis. Okay, so you're saying this side is Petalmorphosis. Okay. Not the mirror side. Yep, I do remember you. And that's why I like, Captain, when people comment, when they come in, because I do remember, for the most part, I do remember names. And sometimes people come in and don't say anything because I'll see the number of attendees go up. Sorry if this is poking y'all in the eye. And I do like to talk to people, as you see, and I do say hi to everybody. So I appreciate you, excuse me, being here. So we got 2 more shades. What? Okay, so this one, I'm going to use this brush and put this under the brow. If I go lightly and use the tip of the brush, we can do, ooh, you can't tell me I ain't cute. And now we're going to take this one and we're going to put this up here. Huh. Okay. I like how you don't see it really, and then when I turn, it's like, ooh, where that? Ooh. So the transition shade and these 2 shades look the same. The greens kind of look the same. The rest of it, we got 1 more shade to use. We're going to put them on lower lash line because I don't know where else to put them. Y'all, I am sweating. Oh my gosh. I just realized I didn't do my inner rims. Oh, that's a freckle. Yo, why am I trying to pick off this freckle like it's a piece of eyeliner or something? That's what made me realize I didn't put eyeliner on. You think the mirror side is pat. So Tanya thinks this side is pat. Janessa thinks this side is pat. Locke says she figured it out, but she didn't say. So we got 1 more shade to use, and that shade would be, is that it? Is this the one? Let me see. This has a shift. Let me see. I'm trying to hide while I'm looking at them. No. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. We're going to put this under here. So it might be a good thing I didn't put eyeliner on, so then y'all can really see what it looks like. Y'all, and the look I did today, it was very colorful, and I think it would have made a really nice pride look, because it was like blue, purple, and then it went into, what color did I go into? I don't know, but it was very colorful. It was really pretty. And I'm like, this would be a good pride look, because the colors were bold. Well, y'all know MAC, because we use the Hi-Fi Connecting Color Palette. It looks so undone to me when I don't have anything on my inner rims, because I can see that my waterline, and to me it just looks undone. All right, 1 more shade. This one, y'all. Oh no, I'm not looking. I was not looking when you pointed out which side was mirror. This side is the mirror, because here's the mirror. This is the mirror. So that's the mirror side. Because if I do anything more complex than that, I'm going to forget myself what side is what side. I remember before I would be like the curtain side because the curtain is over here. I'd be like the curtain side or the thermostat side because before I put this here, you can see the thermostat in the back on the wall. I'd be like the curtain side or the thermostat side because with rights and lefts, if it's flipped, I still don't know. Well, I don't know if it's flipped. And then like when they say left, okay, my left or your left, like what? So I'll be like the curtain side or the thermostat side. So this is the mirror. So this is the mirror side. All right. Those two, one of these does have a flip to it, which would give it away. So Locke is saying mirror, Pat. Tanya said Pat. Janessa said Pat. All right, I'm going to just put this on my inner realms because it looks undone to me. I'm not going to do y'all want me to do mascara? Because I'm kind of just be done. Because I don't want to drag it out. And I do feel like I started off in slow motion. So I just like how that looks better. All right, so should I put on mascara, do a lip? I'm going to put a gloss on for a lip because that'll be easy. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to put on, they ain't going to look right. Since when do I care? Something look right. I'm going through. Yo, I really now be trying to match my lipstick. This is different. This will be colorful in a different way. I might be wrong, so Janessa LOL almost grabbed the palette to swatch the lime green shade to see if you thought it was. No cheating. No cheating. So are we doing mascara or no? It doesn't matter to me like either way. Earlier, y'all, I used the Atomic Shaker because the eye was so colorful. And I knew I was going to come home and take it off, but it was really pretty. And that is like my perfect nude. And it did look nice with the look, but... Why did I forget this was dark? Not that I care, because y'all know I like a dark lip. Some of their liquid lipsticks they look more like a gloss, even though the finish is definitely a matte lipstick. And so Jadessa says she might be wrong, and now Locke saying she might be wrong. So y'all still looking, huh? Should I do mascara or no? I haven't done any troll play, y'all, in 3 days. I have been limiting my time here because I've been having migraines off and on since Sunday. And these bright ass lights, y'all. And so the look I did earlier, it only took me maybe like 25 minutes. Because I did the base face before I turned on this ring light up here, because that's the one that's like super bright. And I just realized I didn't even have it on this entire time. But yes, I've been trying to rest my eyes. And not that I even really need a lot of lights for troll play if I'm using Ronnie. It's only if I'm doing my face that I need to have all the lights on. I overline slightly on the bottom, just so my lip line on the bottom doesn't show. Like how you see this pink over here, or whatever color my lip line is. So actually I do line on the line of the bottom. And like just inside at the top. And for those of you who are new, this is my natural lip line. My lip is crooked. So wearing a dark shade just accentuate how crooked it is, because I don't try too hard to make it even, because it's not. So listen, I think the Astral Iridescent Iris that gave it away, I don't think there is a shade similar to the inner corner shade on the non-mirror side is the pat side. So you're still saying this side is the pat side. Also the green on the mirror side seems more sparkly. There's two greens. Analyzing and the suspense. All right, y'all. No mascara. Nobody said put on mascara, so we're not gonna do mascara. Okay, y'all. So, all right, all right. So, are all the votes in? We have two. Wait a minute, because Janessa said she might have been wrong. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's. All right, y'all tell me which side is Pat and which side is lethal. This is the mirror side. That's the mirror side, and then I'll tell y'all what's what and show y'all the shadows and what looked like it was going to dupe. Okay, Janessa says this is Pat. Tanya says this is Pat. And Locke is saying this is Pat. Locke is grinning ear to ear. I say, so we got two for Pat and one for Pat over here. Well, Pat mirror final answer. All right, this is Pat, y'all. This is the Pat side. And this is the lethal side. Which one do y'all like better? That's the next question. So Locke and Tanya, y'all were right. And I had a feeling when I put this right here, because I'm gonna show y'all the shades. It looked like it was going to be a dupe, and it wasn't. But that's my fault. Oh, now I'm thirsty. I did that for dramatic effect. Tanya likes the lethal side better. Which side do y'all like better? I do. I like them both. I like the Pat side because it's different. I don't see many people using this color combination in this way. And y'all know I try to do something different with typical stuff that we see the same looks over and over and over. So I like the Pat side because it's a different color combination than most people would use with that. I really like the lethal side because it is more bold, it is more colorful. Because here we just have, like, you know, that lavender, the strip of antique gold or whatever, and then we have the two greens. These two are really close, the transition shade and the shade we use for upper lash line. No, upper brow bone. I only have one brow bone, my brow bone, and these shades are similar. This I thought would give it away because this one has a shift. And so I was looking at it like, ooh, that has a shift. But when it's not shifting, these two do look good. So I like them both. If I had to pick one, I would pick the lethal. Because lethal just does what it does, where with Petalmorphosis, I would have to make it do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Wow, I thought that boom pow in the inner corner mirror side had to be lethal. Yeah, it is bright. Because this one, yeah, I'm going to show y'all the shades. Y'all going to be like, yeah, they do look almost the same. The lime green on the lethal side. Yeah, these lethal, y'all, And for some reason, I like how these two shades blend in together more so than these. Because this, I don't know. I mean, it might have just been user error for blending. But I do like both the looks. Okay, so I'm going to do these two first. Because two of these, I did not take out the palette because they did not have a name on the back. And I didn't want to be like, where did I get it from? So the brow bone shades, these are the brow bone shades. This one, wait a minute. So you see how this one looks. And I'm like, that looks like a skin show shade. So we duped that for this one. And so they look alike, right? These two in the corners. So that's that shade. And so the other one that didn't have the name on the back, this is Velvet Dust Palette. And that's probably why it didn't have names on the back. All the other ones are like BYOPs. This one is my Night Flower with Teresa's Dead Shades. This shade under here is this one. And we substituted this one. Sorry to give it a middle finger. So let me line these up right. So these are those two shades. And so the lethal does look a little lighter, but you see it has a shift in it. But those are those two shades. So let me know though if I was, they look the same. But they ain't show up the same. But yeah, but those two I do think, well, minus the shift. And let me cover this up with something. How about with the lethal palette? You know, where's the name card? Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna just duck down and get the name card. Can I reach it? Ah, good stretch. Okay, so for that antique gold shade, this is what we substituted. So this, I don't even know where, do we place this second? I don't know. It's one of these. But we substituted these for that. And they did, like this way, they do look more alike, depending on how the light hits it. But this does look more dull than the lethal. So that was that one. Delicious eating shrimp cocktail snack on. I didn't remember the gold and green in the pad that much of an antique gold. I remember it being brighter, more lime. That's why I messed up. You know why? Because it does look like that until you put it next to something else. Because lethal is brighter. And so, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, just looking at it, it's like, oh, yeah, that's like a bright gold. But then you put another gold next to it, then it's like, oh, yeah, that ain't it. For that, this shade, this was the first shade we put on the lid. Oh, okay, it fell in my lap. This is the first shade over here. So in the pan, oh, okay. In the pan, to me, it did look like it would be more alike. Because they both have a little silver, they both have a little purplish. But the pat showed up like for real lavender. And this, I was surprised, showed up like, what the hell color is that? It just showed up like a pale tan color. And this is not a pale tan color. So I was like, what? Excuse me. So yeah, those are those two, the inner corner shades. The more I look at Pat, the less I just want to look at it because it's pretty, but not to use. Oh, thank you, like, oh, the suspense was killing you. So these were those two. This looks more purple, this looks more silverish, but this showed up purple and this showed up like almost a 9 shade. So I was just like, even when I put it on, I was trying to keep my face straight because y'all know I'd be like, be making faces and stuff. This shade, we matched it with this one from Lethal. Oh, okay. It's like snatching it from my hand. So that's that shade. So these did look close. I do like how these two look blended together better. Well, the edges of each shade blended together. Whereas this one is noticeably darker, which is nice because for people darker than me, if they do want an outer corner shade, a deepening shade, that's the shade for them in this palette. I think those greens just run into each other in the Pat palette. Actually, these two just kind of ran into each other. Because when I raise my brows like this, I can see a line right here where the two shades meet. When I go like this, not so much because it's only up here. But when I do this, this is up here and then there's a space. Whereas these, the blend is consistent all the way from here all the way down to there. You see what I mean? But that could be just user error. But these two, I think that was the third shadow that we put on. And they showed up green. Both of these showed up green. Like, look at those. And this one does seem to have more blue, but it also seems to have gold in it too. And so, all right. Now for the matte, are you going to stick? Oh, it ain't going to stick right here. Got me spoiled that it was sticking. So for this shade that has the shimmer in it, we paired it with this one. This one does look lighter. So that's what we'd use for that. I'm trying to hold it where my fat fingers ain't blocking it. So these two we paired together. That's what we use for transition. And the Pat side does look like it showed up a little bit darker. And it makes sense because this, I think, has more of a peachy undertone to it than this one. But those were those two. And so look, if I would have done a video, I would have put them up like side by side over here, but since we didn't do that. But I do like how they both showed up. But this one is a little bit lighter for sure. But because we only did a small space, it was like, oh, okay, that's okay. And now for the green. This will stick for sure because there's a magnet. But oh, okay. Okay, so I know there's a magnet over here. So these are the two greens. Let me move this closer. Yeah, so those were the two greens. The pat one is darker. The pat one is darker, and I'm surprised. I'm saying that, and I'm surprised because usually lethal eats pat. But the pat one is darker, which I do love it for this palette for people who are deeper than me because they do want. I am shining, y'all. What the hell? Because I know it is important, especially for people who do like traditional transition, crease, outer corner. They're going to definitely want that darker shade. Thank you, Alicia. But I do like how this blends together better, I think. But it could be user error too. And if I were doing an outer V on purpose, it wouldn't matter. But because I wasn't trying to do an outer V, right here you don't see it, but like here you do. You see that line. But that's user error, I'm sure. But these are the outer corner shades. So how do y'all think I did, like just eyeballing, trying to pair them, even though putting them on, I should have swatched them. But I'm just like, let's be adventurous and just do it. And we just did it. But this was fun. So if you want something close, you probably already have it. That's the bottom line here. And chances are we have the shades that we normally gravitate to, which would make this not really like, oh man, I need to have that palette. Because by now, I think most of us know what we like. Like most of us that are here right now, we know what we like. We have our favorites. Even in certain palettes, we go to the same shades over and over. And so chances are, like if this is your color store, you probably already have it. Tanya says she'll wear the Lethal 100. It's just something with Lethal. I don't know if it's the shine. And these shine too. Like this first shade, it is shiny. This one, I don't know what the hell, because I was just for sure that was going to be more purple. And this showed up, Pat showed up purple, and the Lethal showed up like a silver, like a light tan something or other. So that really surprised me because I didn't expect that. But so I'm trying to think of what else to do with this because I feel like I'm almost done with it, and I only had it like a couple weeks. I am going to pair it with Subversive, and y'all know Subversive. Yeah, that one was her avant-garde palette. So lots of dark shades. We may do a couple looks with that. Maybe I'll do like a 3-look, one video with that, and do 3 different looks, or split it up because then people might watch more because people be skipping like crazy, y'all. Because I be seeing the average watch time. I be like, how the average watch time? It's like 5 minutes, and it's a 25-minute video. That's how I know people be skipping, and it's totally okay because I know my stuff be long. It's not time for it yet, Tanya. And I told y'all when I bought it, I knew I wasn't going to keep it long. So that is not new news, but not time yet because I'm still going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to pair it with Subversive and see what happens with that. Wouldn't it be funny, y'all? Like not in a high way, but ironic is more the word. Like if I paired this a few times with Subversive and was like, damn, I love this with that. And then if I kept it, that would be a slap in the face to Moonlit Seduction, which was one of my favorites. That would be a smack in the face to Subversive, Subliminal, which was one of my favorites. If actually that was my #1 pet Mothership, but so if I were to keep this one like long term, what the hell, girl? But so that is that, y'all. Like, how do y'all think I did as far as eyeballing it? Because clearly I should have swatched. But did I do good trying to dupe? This is also a more simple look because it is just green and gold, where this does have more colors going on. I do like that it is more colors going on. And it is definitely a different combination. So like this way, you don't even see that purple for the inner corner. So you see like an antique goldish, a green, and then a darker green. And when you turn here though, that's when it's funky. Like, why is there a lavender in there? a lilac in there. Excuse me. But it looks good with the lipstick. I often put stuff on 1.5 playback speed, and I think that affects watch time as well. I don't know though. I don't know. I think that you should get full credit even if I did speed it up. I think I, but you're still watching it. It's just faster. I mean, like you're not cutting pieces out, like you're not skipping. Because when I do timestamps, I would imagine people like click to the next look or something like that. So I don't know. I would like to think it doesn't affect watch time because you are still running the entire video. It's just faster. You know what I mean? And so, and I do appreciate those of you because some of you tell me, oh, I'm watching your video for the third time because first time I watched it, I was washing dishes. Next time I watched it, I fell asleep. And so I do appreciate when y'all do circle back and rewatch it. And actually, I rewatch videos too sometimes because I'll be watching Grace when I first get up. And then later on, I'll be like, did I watch that video? And I'm like, oh, yeah, thumbs up, which means I watched it, but I don't remember. So then I'll watch it again. But, yeah, but I think I do get the credit because you are running the entire video. That's what I think. Hey, Dawn, we done. All right, so Dawn, before we go, because, like, seriously, we were wrapping up. One side is Pat McGrath Petalmorphosis, and the other side is Lethal Cosmetics. What side do you think is what side? This is the mirror side. So instead of doing left or right, this is the mirror side because it's the mirror over here. So do you think the mirror is Lethal or Pat? Or do you think the non-mirror is Lethal or Pat? I usually watch at work and have it playing on one screen and working on the other. Yep. Lethal is the mirror side. Nope. This is Pat. This is Lethal. Yeah. A few of y'all in here did call it right. Yeah. This is Pat. So you're gonna have to rewatch it because near the end I did show which color was. You knew your first guess was right. Okay, Dawn. Okay. Sure. We believe you. Wink, wink. I was watching someone who has a YouTube channel, and they were saying that it's based on the actual amount of time that it plays. So I think it does cut down the play time. Not confirmed though. Pair it and experiment. What do you mean, Locke? Oh, you mean pair this and experiment? Oh, I am. You're talking about this with Subversive? I'm definitely going to do that. She arrived at 5, and I was thinking, shoot, I've missed it live, says Dawn. And so I did show each one, like what I paired it with from Lethal. You are allowed to. No, she's not. Dawn came late. She ain't allowed to change her mind. We done. She changed it and then changed it wrong because she said she knew her first guess was right, which means she thought this was Pat and then said it was Lethal, and then it was like she knew her first guess was right. If I'm saying all that right, because y'all not just be making up shit. But yeah, so we're going to go, y'all. Really quick though. Y'all know I be making up shit. Do y'all want me to swatch out the shades? Well, I'm not going to swatch them because I didn't swatch them to see in the first place, or I would have known that these two colors was not the same, even though they kind of look the same. So, but we're going to go, y'all. We'll be back here. We're doing our members live on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to do a look that who requested that look? Nina. She wanted me to do Eternal Beauties. She wanted me to do a 669 inspired look. And so we're going to do that. A 669 inspired look with Eternal Beauties. And so that's what we're going to be doing Saturday for our members live. And that's what this, oh, y'all, I freaking love this palette. Oh my God. Oh, real quick. I know I said that like 10 minutes ago, right? Notoriously Morbid. They are discontinuing some of their products. All of their lippies are buy one, get one free. Today is the last day, the 24th. Today is the last day. Buy one, get one free lippies. And my code still works. And so if you did have your eye on their lipsticks, or if you just want to see, they do have some bullets, but I think it was just their liquid lipsticks that are buy one, get one free. And they have mattes, they have shimmers, they have toppers and all of that. So if y'all are interested in that, or just to see what shades they have, I did order 4 more, forgetting that it was buy one get one free. So at first I put 2 in the cart and it was like 1 was free, and I'm like, wait, I'm like, oh shoot. So then I picked another 2 because there was other ones I wanted before, the darker shades, but I couldn't really justify it because I have a lot of lippies. And then I was like, oh, okay, they're discontinuing these and they're buy one get one free, and I could use somebody's code because I can't use my own code. So I did. Thank you, Alicia. Oh, okay. I don't know what. And so I did buy 4 more. I'm paid for 2. And a couple. I'm waiting on an order from when I ordered Neon Grunge, and I ordered 2 lippies with that I ordered on the 11th. It ain't even shipped yet. I'm just like, but anyway, they said they're downsizing the number of products they have. She said so that it can be more. What's the word she used? More manageable for the small team that they have that work there. And that made sense to me because they be pumping out a whole lot of stuff, y'all. They pump out a whole lot of stuff. So they're downsizing. There are a few pallets also that they're getting rid of in a few days. They're not on sale. And that's what I'm thinking too. Like, if you're discontinuing stuff, why not put it on sale? Because then people will buy it. You know what I'm saying? But like Toxic Love is being discontinued. I want to say like Bog Witch, Mad and Violet, and something else. It's quite a few. But it's like, why? If you're discontinuing, have a sale. You know what I'm saying? And so that I don't understand. So they're regular price, but you know, I don't work there, so I don't know. But anyway, so check out their lippies if you're interested in that. And as I said, the buy one get one free, and my code does still work, which will take 15% off. I got my Ulta order today, and I had to go to the store and get a replacement blush palette because they packed it. They do pack like trash. Ulta packs like garbage. The ones Ulta package is touring the U.S., so who knows when he'll arrive. Y'all, Temu, I've been getting my stuff quick. They have warehouses all over the place, and they give you like a week time frame. It'll be like the 17th to, you know, the 28th or whatever, and then it'll come like midway. Yeah, Ulta, they need to have a packing class, because put a piece of paper at the bottom, put all the product in, and then put a bunch of bubble wrap on the top. You need the bubble wrap either the products or at least at the bottom. Bubble wrap the inside, put the products in the middle, and then put packages. They just, you only got perfume, says Alicia. And so, all right, y'all, we are all babbling. We're going to go. This was fun. And again, I do like both the looks. I like, you need 10 times the points. I love their point system. You can do the point multipliers. And you can earn points, and you can use the code, and you can use your rewards point. I just love it. Y'all, I had almost $200 worth of reward money from Ulta. So I purchased another backup of each of my Drunk Elephant products. And they were having extra point or something. And so I said, let me just make good use of this. I decided to try some Polite Society products, and they threw it all in the cheapest envelope, and 2 of the shades were broken. That's a shame. They really, you know what? I think everybody needs to complain about their Ulta packaging, and maybe they'll change something, because it is just horrendous how they pack shit. Dawn bought perfume too. Yup, Alicia, we yapping. I don't think I've even heard of Polite Society. You know what? I'm sure I did in one of their emails or something. But yeah, so I like the pat side because it's a different type of color combination. Because who puts a lilac with like green and gold? But then I like the lethal because it is a little punchier. And this surprised me being darker than this one, but I like them both though. Too Faced Company, right? I don't know. If it is, they'll be at is Too Faced also a part of Estee Lauder brand? It's the newest brand that Jared, who started Too Faced, bought out a couple years ago. Oh. Janessa, you're a wealth of information. I know I said that before. Because you be saying stuff and I'd be like, damn, she right. Like, where? Something you said one time, Janessa, I Googled it. Because I was like, I don't even know what that is. Okay, if they're on Estee Lauder, they'll be in a CCO or a CCS. CCO is Company Cosmetic Store. Some places they call them CCS, Company Cosmetic. Wait a minute. CCO, Company Cosmetic Outlet. Some places call it CCS, Company Cosmetics Store, and everything in there is under Estee Lauder. And I be forgetting that Clinique is Estee Lauder. I go in there like, why they got this cheap shit in here? I'm like, oh, that's Estee Lauder brand. So yeah. Yep, Bobby Brown. I be forgetting. Y'all go in there and I forget. I be like, what? Too Faced? What? I be like, oh, Bobby Brown, Clinique. Oh. I go in there for MAC stuff. You saw them at the CCO and I passed. Alicia. I guess I'll get back to my serial killer documentaries. Great live, y'all. All right, we're gonna go, everybody. Yeah, members, we back here Saturday. Everybody else and members, we back here Monday. I don't know what we're doing Monday yet. Ooh, Monday should we pair Petalmorphosis with Subversive? Should we wait till Monday to do that? Should we do that in a live stream? That's the question. I think that would be interesting. All right, I gotta put all these shades back, but they have the names on the backs. So, what say you? Live stream Monday, pair Petalmorphosis with Subversive. Oh, 2 shades came out of here. Scarab. Live stream Monday. All right, Janessa. We're going to do that Monday. I put that in the wrong place. Did I? Damn it. Yep, I sure did. No, I didn't. Mycelium. All right. Okay, y'all. So, Monday, Petalmorphosis and Subversive. That's going to be fun. So, we're going to go for now. Thank you, everyone. And thanks again, Locke, for the super chat. Super thanks. They call it so many different things, and they all mean the same thing. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, I think it'll be fun because... let's just see what these, you know what? I need to stop. So this is Subversive. I'll be doing these long goodbyes, y'all. I don't even know if I can apologize for it because y'all know how I get. So this is what they look like together. Oh, that's kind of cute. So this is what, and actually I'll take a picture of this later and post it when I do the, when I schedule it. So this is what we're looking like. Subversive is going to bring that smoke, but you know what, that this the reddish that's in here, and then these 3 red, pink, whatever's over here. But I'm excited. That's going to be fun. All right, y'all, we're really going to go, and you know this why? Because as always, y'all know that's my ending. As always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Everybody who popped in, everyone watching the replay. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll be back here Monday night for everyone. Saturday, members only. So good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye.